We are live. Pretty sure we're live. What is up, guys? It's Sam here, back again. It's been a couple weeks since I've been live, but we are back. We are here for season 2 of ParEdits live trainings, and today I'm bringing you how to use Twixtor for slow-mo in Premiere Pro. So let's just dive right in. I miss doing these, guys. Okay. So I hope you guys are doing well. Gosh. Oh, hold on. Is my I think my camera's a little shifted. I'll pop that off for a little bit. Okay. So, or maybe I'll put myself in the corner. Okay. So, yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I went on vacation. I got to see family back in the Midwest. I'm in California again, back in my spot, and yeah, I've just been missing doing this with you guys. So the first thing I want to show you guys is how to use slow-mo with Twixtor, because I've gotten that request pretty often, and Twixtor is very useful when you want something to be slow-mo, but you didn't record it in a super high frame rate. So we are going to use it, and I'll show you exactly how it's done and why it's necessary and when to use it, and yeah, it's kind of like a mix of animating and speed ramping within Twixtor. So we're going to check it out. Okay, so let me it's interesting that this is a little off, but that's okay. I think it's because I updated Premiere. So maybe I can just keep my face off for a little. Okay, so right now we have some clips in here. These are clips from Greece, another one of my travel videos, of course. And we are going to add Twixtor on it. Okay. So, well, first off, let me show you how to install it. So, Twixtor is not a free plugin. But there's ways to get it for free. There's a lot of YouTube tutorials to do so. So I think I think you guys can see. So if I just pull this down here, it should be fine. Okay, so if I go to YouTube, oops, I'll just click on this. If I go to YouTube and I type in, let's see, how to install Twixtor. And, okay. So, I don't want that, I don't want that. There was one that just worked very well. I can also look in my history. So, here, let's see. Trainings. No. Product. Search. No. Well, okay. So there's a lot of tutorials here. I'll find the right one and I'll post it. Is this it? Maybe this is it. Drag it. But yeah, I'll find it for you guys and I'll post it in the comments. But yeah, you install it. It's really easy. It's just like a zip file that you unzip, and then you get the license for free and all of that. So, so then once you have it installed into Premiere, it also installs in After Effects, which is nice. So we have it in Premiere, and we're going to type in Twixtor, and it'll just show up right here under Video Effects, under Revision Plugins, and then we got Twixtor, Twixtor Pro Vectors in. So Twixtor is a complicated program which I've only used it for one purpose, which is slow-mo speed ramping. I haven't used it much for like anything else other than that, and so that's why every time I use Twixtor, I use Twixtor Pro, because that has worked best for me. It gets a little buggy sometimes. It depends on your computer, because you could be on Mac or PC, and one of them works, one of them doesn't. So Twixtor Pro usually works more often than not. So we're going to pop Twixtor Pro on. We're just going to put this on this clip. And so when we put it on there, it doesn't really do anything to the clip. So, see, the clip is just going in normal speed, okay? But it is dropping some frames, and I think it's because of the Twixtor effect. So it goes in, Twixtor does nothing right when you put on it. So it's just a clip like that, okay? So I want to, here's what I want to do. I want to watch this, and then I want to slow down the bubbles right here, okay? So that's what I want to do. Actually, I want to slow them down right here. Okay, so I'm here at this point in the video. I'm going to go to Effect Controls, and I'm going to scroll down to Twixtor. So this is Twixtor, the entire effect. Everything here, Twixtor output, blah, blah, blah. Everything is the same. And then we're going to click this little stopwatch. I'm going to drag this all the way here, because that's where I want it to stay 100%. And then I want to bring this down to about 4%. 4% speed. Okay, so let's see what that's like. I'm actually going to scoot these over, because this is the ramp right here. So if we drag this down, you can see, you can kind of ramp it out just like that. Okay, so this is the speed. The speed is just up and down, but then this is like the value. So it's a pretty smooth transition. So let's see. Let's see what we did. Okay, so as we go, and then it gets slow. Look at that. Okay, so let's render that, and let's see what that looks like. But yeah, it's supposed to be, oh, what is up? What's up, Hydra Mafia? Hope you guys are doing well. Rajiri, how you doing? Glad to see you, man. We are here working in Twixtor. Hopefully this helps you out. Especially because you were messaging me with some of the issues that you were having. Yeah, right now I don't have my my face cam up because it's misaligned. And I don't know why, but I guess I can just pop that. Okay, so so yeah, so right now I'm just rendering a Twixtor effect that I just put on this clip, and I just did a simple little speed ramp. From 100% to 4%, because 4% is super slow, and when I have 24 frames per second, so there's frame blending. So like if you go too slow with Twixtor, you might be able to see a frame blend depending on the difference between frames. So like let's say from one frame to another, like 100% speed, I like run across the screen, and one frame I'm here, the next frame I'm here, like Twixtor, if you make it super slow, you'll see it kind of fade into each other, and then it then you see it, and that's not the effect we want. The effect we want is it looks super slow-mo, and the way you do that is you can only really slow-mo on scenes that don't have too much of a change in frame difference. So like the water, for instance, right? It's kind of slowing down right now, so it's hard to tell the individual pixels and how they're blending with Twixtor. So here we go. I'll play this right now. See, it's hard. It's kind of hard to tell that those frames are blending into each other. Okay, but I think that's a really hard transition. So I'm gonna pull this out. Let's try this. Let's render this. So yeah, what is up, guys? Hope we're doing well. Oh, did we drop some frames? A little bit. Are we doing good over here? Think you guys can hear me? Yep. Come on, baby. Let's render this. Okay. Waiting for this render to go by. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I will find that exact install video for you guys to have for Twixtor as soon as I can. Ooh. Okay, so I think, what is up? Okay, cool. So this, it did a little like double slowdown. You see that? First it slowed down, then it slowed down again. So the reason why I did that is because of this. So my keyframes are a little wonky. See that? Maybe I should change these back to linear. Change that back to linear. Damn it. Change this back to linear too. So when they're both linear, it's a straightforward gradual shift. So I'm going to try and render these out again too. So yeah, Twixtor is a heavy effect, so that's why I keep rendering. I'm trying to watch silently. Why? I'm earlier for you, Rajiri. I thought, you know, this might be a good time. This might be a good time to watch the live training. So you don't have to, you know, be so silent. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I think I might add some music to, like an underscore to these trainings. I could definitely do that. Doom, doom, doom. Come on, man. I need that render. Where you at? Here we go. There we go. Okay. So that slow-mo was pretty cool, right? So just kind of really slowed it down there. Okay. Now this one, I would like to, since the other one ended in slow motion, I want to start in slow motion for this one. But to start in slow motion, you can't just put a keyframe and then change it to like 4%. You can't do that because otherwise Twixtor freaks out. So you got to start it at 100, and then actually here I'll show you the issue. So let's start it at 4, and then let's make it 100. Okay, so if we do this. Okay, hold on. Oh, honestly, I think it just worked. Okay, so if it works for you, that's fantastic. If it doesn't, which frequently happens for me, if I try to start, it just depends on like where I am in my edit. Then you would want to go 1 frame over and then move that keyframe there, and then go 1 frame back, and then set it to 100. So it's just 1 frame of being 100, and then it goes right back into slow-mo. So let me drag this out. I'm gonna do this render too. So I'm gonna have it speed up. We're gonna see what that looks like. So it's gonna speed up from the old speed that the other one was at. So we're basically making like a slow-mo transition. And usually I like to add like light flares or additive dissolves during a slow-mo transition. But it means you have to drag out your speed ramp keyframes to do that. But I think that's usually why, like, I don't do the additive dissolves all the time because, yeah, it brings the clips into each other, so you have to drag the keyframes back. Otherwise, like, if I put a dissolve in, it would add in probably like 12 seconds of frames from the clip, and then that clip is at 100% speed, not 4%. So that can cause an issue. Let's see what we got. Okay, so it's slow motion. Ooh, that speed ramp was nice. You guys like that? Bam. Okay, so let's do I have I do have a flash. All right, so let's put this bad boy in there. Set this to screen. How does this look? Not even sure. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so I don't. This is just a little transition, okay? So hope this makes sense, guys. Slow motion is an extremely useful effect, especially when you're trying to get people to like understand the wonder and like the awe that they should be watching. Like when things pause, right? Like when people look at a picture, they're able to like collect all that information just from that one frame real fast. Like that's why people always say a picture says 1,000 words. And So like that's why Instagram's a thing and people are posting photos all the time. So sorry. Okay, my mind just kind of flipped. Okay, so yeah, people gather a lot of information when things aren't going super fast. They get to look at things because like when things are moving really quickly in a video, they're like ooh 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 ooh, like eyes are jumping everywhere when they're seeing everything moving. But when you slow mo, it lets people like actually appreciate the pause that you give them. So you're not throwing so much info at them and making them feel a certain way right away, but instead, or making them feel like a little overwhelmed. But instead, you can use slow mo to kind of slow the pace down of the video, let people look at the beauty that you're trying to show, and just appreciate the shot that you got, and also go with the pace of the music. I think slow mo is just such an interesting added effect that everyone should put in all of their videos, especially like intros and outros. There we go. So yeah, for one of my most recent clients, I made an intro for her podcast, and I used this same effect, and I used it multiple times throughout the video. It was just to add more effect. Like I would slow mo, I would like have it go fast motion, like it would be a shot from behind her, and it would be regular motion, and then I would make it go slow mo when she turns around and smiles, so that it really gets that nice picture of the smile. So it goes real slow mo on the smile, and it goes with the music too. So like the music and the pace of it. Here I can show you guys actually. Let me pop this bad boy up. Give it intro. Okay, so we're gonna look at that slow mo. I'll point it out. Right there. Right there. Hold on. Right there. Slow mo. Bam. See? Just use Twixtor for those simple effects. So yeah, I hope you guys understand the potential there, and how useful Twixtor can be. So let's keep going. Let's kind of mess with, because we can stack these effects too. So I'm gonna scale in. I'm gonna start it like here. Okay. I wonder how this looks. Oh, sorry. We have a new furry friend. Her name is Cleo. She might appear in some live trainings down the road. We'll find out. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope this all makes sense. Just waiting for some renders. I guess that's the downside of like trying to show how to use an effect through a live stream, is you have to wait for render times. If I made this a little tutorial on my channel, I can just cut it up. Bow, bow. In the meantime, out in California, I think the fires are clearing up, I think. Or at least the smog is going away. And it's not as hot. So it's livable. Not sweating all the time. Alright, here we go. There, we got a little movement in there. Wasn't very like smooth or flattering. That's okay. So I can smooth it out by hitting that ease in. Ease out. So I can always render that again. But I really want to get into this one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to drag Twixtor Pro back on. And we're going to start, at 100. And then we're going to ramp it up. I'm going to bring it to like 384. So at 384, the clip stays the same length, but what happens is it speeds through the content of the clip. So the clip is going to be frozen a little earlier. So if I kind of scrub through here, see the clip is, oh, it's not frozen yet. I think it's frozen now. So yeah, it's frozen because it's going at 384% speed. So it goes at 384% speed within the clip that you asked it to do it. So what we need to do is before the clip ends, we're going to have to ramp it all the way back down. So I'm going to go all the way down to 4. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So I'm going to do another little render. It's a long clip, so it might take a little while. But yeah, hope you guys doing okay. Does this make sense for you? Rajiri, still there? Oh man, render times, baby. So yeah, I still have the ParEdits helpline open. That's at ParEdits.com/helpline. And I have that open for you guys to reach out to me so that we can talk about improving your videos, seeing where you're at. I just want to know, like why you make your videos. I want to understand why. Because it's such an interesting conversation. Because making videos is such a huge thing with communication, and I think everyone should have a clear why, so that they can set like a nice path, like a nice runway to launch. And by launch, I mean like just create a bunch of content, bunch of consistent videos around the same idea, just because you love them. So I guess that's the why I'm looking for. It's like, do you love what the content of the videos that you're making? Like when I was a kid, I loved playing Halo 3. That was my favorite game. And I played it so much that I thought it was really good. Started making montages. And my why for making all those videos, I made maybe 70 videos, got about 200 something subscribers, and 350,000 views. I wish I got more subscribers from those views, but it's okay. And so I got that popularity because I really wanted to make videos, and I wanted to make videos of something that I enjoyed. And it was really cool exposing myself to the culture of like society and getting critiques, because the very first video I put out there, oh my god, it was so bad. I like, nowadays if you play a video game, you get the full picture, like whether it's off your phone or the console, you use like a little capture card. They even record it for you. Back then there were capture cards, but they were really expensive, and my parents weren't going to buy it for me until like Christmas. So in order for me to make a video, I took our home like camcorder, I took our video camera, and I shot it right at my TV. I set it on the tripod and I shot it towards my TV. Actually, I don't even know if I had a tripod. I think maybe I did, but I know like I would like stack books or something and put the camera on there and shoot it at the TV. So you'd see it was a tube TV. So you saw the curved edges of the TV. Oh my gosh. And so I put it out there, and no one was really mad about the quality, honestly. Like, no one really made fun of the fact that it looked like I filmed it with a potato. They actually watched the content, and they kind of liked it. But some people were talking to me about my gameplay, and that's when, like, I started getting defensive, because this was, like, 14-year-old me. I was getting defensive. I was like, what the heck, man? Like, this isn't that easy to do, like, because I had clips in there that people thought were really easy. And but that's the thing, right? It's supposed to create conversation. I was one of the first montages that some people have seen. Um, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Uh, and since I was the first, like everyone just wanted to rip on me, so they were ripping on me, and I was like, like what do I do? Oh, I'll just create another one, and it'll be better. So that's exactly what I did. And I kept going. I ended up making 6 over a span of like a couple years, and then within there, I was making montages for other people, and they were paying me. So I just dodged all the haters, and I just kept making videos because I love the game and I love making videos. So I don't really know how I had that resiliency back then, but it was fun. Like I was fighting through the internet hate, and it worked out in my favor because I got a lot of people to say my most recent ones are great. Okay, so that's slow mo. That comes from slow mo. That goes speed and then ramps down. Okay, see that's frame blending. So we don't want the frame blending to happen. I think we want it to happen earlier. Okay, so we are going to drag this closer, and then where does this happen? Right here. So I'm just gonna cut this off so it's faster render. Okay, so we're gonna render this again. But yeah, and back then I don't even think Twixtor was out, so I didn't slow mo anything. I actually made that video with Windows Movie Maker, and it like I had like a title card that like was like text, and it just showed up, and then it just looks so old. And then I had the best song. It was "Murderers" by John Frusciante, guitarist from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Gosh, the best. But then it got copyrighted on YouTube, so then I had to replace the song, and it ruined the whole thing. But yeah, I put it out there. There was no slow mo. There were like barely. There was like the stupid little zoom cross transitions. It just looks so tacky. And then I made one recently that does use Twixtor and slow mo. What do we got here? Okay, slow mo. There we go. Slow mo to fast. Slow movement. Fast. Ooh, and then it goes real slow. Okay, so that's not a gradual transition, right? So it would be nice if we could bring this down to 100. And then we can really drag it out. Okay, so I'll render it again. So I just want to, like, what I did, like, because it was 300 to 4 here. And then I put a 100 here. And then I dragged the 4 out. So it should go 300 to 100. And then 100 to 4 over a longer period of time. So it should be gradual. Because you can really, it's about where you notice the speed ramping. It's good to have you here, Rajiri. Sad you have to go, but glad you can make it, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, dude. Hope you've enjoyed my stories during my render stories. I think that's what I'll call them. Anytime I render, I just gotta throw out some stories. Yeah, Windows Movie Maker. Then I advanced up to Sony Vegas. Ooh, see your video tomorrow. I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, sounds great, man. Looking forward to it. I'll talk to you later, dude. See ya. And we're close to wrapping up here too. Okay. So there's that slow-mo. Comes out of the slow-mo, a little movement there. Okay, go fast, slow to 100, and then slow to 4. Ooh, okay, that looks much nicer. So let me drag that out. Because I can drag it out for the duration of the clip, but I want to get more. I want to feel that 4%, right? I set it at 4%, but I want to feel it. Okay, so I'll finish my last render story, and then we'll watch this. And then we gotta go because it's already 30. But yeah, so I jumped into Sony Vegas after making that Windows Movie Maker montage from filming my TV, and then after doing that, I jumped in Sony Vegas, and it was a whole new animal. I was like, wow, and there were more things I could do, but not that much more. I think it was just easier to work in a timeline because that's what Sony Vegas was like, and also better titles. I was able to add cooler titles. And so I was doing that. Oh my gosh, from high school through a couple years in college, actually. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see this. Show me that 4%, baby. Slow it down. Ooh, that's pretty. See, the waves are nice. Don't you just love that? I love the crash here. I want to zoom in here, and we're gonna look at the crash. I like this crash right here. Look at that. So you could see some frame blending. You see how it like kind of fades in right here? There's frame blending right there. But with water, it's hard to see because there's so many things moving. It's like you won't even notice. And you see over here, like you don't even notice it blending. It just goes slow. It's just beautiful. See that? It's gorgeous. Okay. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that made sense. I will drop the video on how to install Twixtor in the comments down below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.